Hello and welcome to another one of my videos back on the channel. Now today I'm doing a video about what I would do if I owned BFN. So this is quite a meaty topic because different people would do different things with it. But yeah, this is what I'll do. So we'll get started straight away with I would put in more new characters already. So when the game was first released, this was how many plants we had, this was how many zombies we had. And we only had 3 new characters on each team. For plants it was Nightcap, Snapdragon, Citron. Then for zombies it was 80s Action Hero, Electric Slide and Space Cadet. Now I feel like what they should have done is delayed the game, or if I owned it I probably would have delayed the game by quite a long time, probably around a year or so, and probably put Wizard in straight away, keep Berry Brigade as well as Iceberg Lettuce, as well as other characters. I feel like it could have been nice to maybe, I know it sounds kind of ambitious, but to have 15 plants and 15 zombies, because they don't have variants. Like in Garden Warfare 2, there's not that many different types of classes. There's 8, including Hovergoat and Torchwood, on both teams, so overall there's 16 different classes. But in this game, they've just taken out all the variants, and there's only, 18 different classes. So that's a lot less characters and ways to play the game. So the replayability goes down instantly. So they got to balance it back up by adding more characters. And one of the main things I was excited about for BFN is that instead of just seeing new variants, we would see entirely new characters, which we only saw one of really. So I feel like if we had 15 plants and 15 zombies, bringing the total up to 30 new 30 characters overall, I feel like that really would have balanced it. And I feel they should have had some characters you need to buy straight away, because there just wasn't anything to unlock at the beginning other than customizations. But I feel, it could have been quite cool if they had 5 plants and 5 zombies, which you needed to buy with coins straight away, and you didn't have all the characters unlocked like you do. Because in Garden Warfare 1 and 2 you don't have them all unlocked. Obviously you have all the classes, but you don't have all the variants. Where here they could have done it where some classes were locked. But yeah, so that is one of the things I would have done. Another thing is I would have probably, before ending the game, made it so every single character has at least one legendary upgrade. Because we only saw 4. We only saw the Shogun Guard, the Steam Blaster, Thorn Apart, and Brainium Basher. So yeah, I just realized this isn't actually the Shogun Guard picture. This is the picture for his skin, but just pretend this is the Shogun Guard. I got the wrong picture. But we saw so many legendary upgrades in the works. We saw one for Acorn, we saw one for Foot Soldier, we saw one for Pea Shooter where he throws the discs. We saw so many, but none of them made it. I don't know why they didn't just before they ended the game, even if they weren't completely finished, just kind of quickly polish them up and then just add them into the game. Because now we only have 4 of these. So let's say if you like playing Chomper, there's only so many ways to play Chomper, whereas with Scientist there's more ways to play, because you can either use the Steam Blaster or the Goo Blaster. So it kind of creates this imbalance. At least they've done it so there's 2 plants and 2 zombies. It would have been a lot worse if there was imbalance like that, but only 4 characters. And out of all these characters, I only really like Scientist. The other 3 I don't really, I'm not a huge fan of them, but yeah, I feel like that was something that was quite unfortunate, because there were just so many legendary upgrades. There were plans for Citron, there were ones for Sunflower, for Imp. There was a lot in the works, but just never saw the light of day. So, and I feel like it's just because if every single character had 1 legendary upgrade overall, that would bring the total to I can't be bothered to do the maths, 36 different characters, kind of, because legendary upgrades are different to they are pretty much different characters because they just play so differently. If every single character had maybe 2 or 3 legendary upgrades, which would never happen, but if they did, I could see a lot of people preferring legendary upgrades to variants, because they just are so much different. You wouldn't see a variant that has the Steam Blaster or the Brainium Basher or the Shogun. They're just so different to the normal class. With variants, most of the time they were just oh, he has a quicker health regeneration, oh, he has more ammo, he shoots quicker, has more health, does more damage. There was the odd variant that obviously did something a bit more unique and everything. I'm not saying all the variants are bad, I like the variants, but if they did pull through and carry on with the legendary upgrades and just keep pushing them out every single month, or even 2 every month, I reckon a lot of people would have preferred that. But yeah, we'll never know. But anyway, the third thing is I probably would have tried to get private play in from the start, because not everyone can go into multiplayer, as not everyone has like an online subscription or whatever. So all like those people who couldn't go online could do is go on the free roam regions, and eventually they would complete all 3 or 4 of them, and then they would run out of things to do. So private play, if they did add it from the start, it would give like these people who can't go online something to do. It also gives you a way to just do things like fun things like 1v1s, mess around with the crazy settings and go on specific maps. When like a new map is released, you could go on it without having to worry about being killed. You could try out new characters on their own and see how different combinations work. You could just mess around with your friends and stuff. And I feel private play should have been there from the start. At least it's in there, like better late than never, but I feel like it's something that I would put in the start if I owned it. Now, another thing is sticker packs. So some of you might prefer Mr. Rewardatron 9000 over here compared to the sticker shop, but me personally, I prefer the sticker shop. I feel like I understand that BFN's meant to be a bit different to it's meant to be like a spin-off, but they still had Rux. Like Rux was in Garden Warfare 2 as well as BFN, so why couldn't they have just put the sticker shop, which was in Garden Warfare 2, also in BFN? Because it just added so much more. Even Garden Warfare 1, it just added so much more variety. You could be a bit more specific as what you wanted to look for. They could have made like a specific sticker pack if you wanted to get Vanquish slabs, or if you wanted to get like speech bubbles or gestures, or if you wanted to get customizations, and it'll be easier. I feel like they should also like update it, because they never updated the Rewardatron, so they should update it with more customizations. And then you could maybe get like a chance of getting like a legendary upgrade in one of the packs if they made like a high coin, pack. Because all of these are 30,000, the Rewardatron. And sometimes you just get a speech bubble. Like, it's just this really big imbalance. And yeah, I just feel sticker packs were just better in every way. I don't hate the Rewardatron, but I just prefer sticker packs a lot more to it. So yeah, so the final thing is I would have probably put more unique weekly modes. So here are just some examples of some of the weekly modes BFN has seen. Harm, Help, Hinder, Collision Course, Garden Warfare, Backup in Arms, Minion Madness. And as you can see, a lot of them are just, well, pretty much all of them here, all of them here are just, you play as certain characters. In this one, you can only play as Imp, Scientist, Pirate, or Acorn, Sunflower, and Nightcap. This one, you can only play as support characters. This one, you can only play as the original. This one, you can only play as these guys. And this one, you can only play as Wildflower and TV Head. And, admittedly, this one was probably the best one out of the lot, because, they were new characters at the time, so it was kind of like fun to try them out in their own unique game mode. And a lot of people did like this game mode. So, this is when people began thinking that BFN was actually going to go somewhere. But, yeah, we all know what happened. But it's just, the weekly game modes, like, it's either just a mode with, like, oh, you have more health. They just weren't that great. They were all just specific characters. Like, in Garden Warfare 2, they're not that good either. At least they had the dinosaurs versus cats thing, whatever that one was called. At least they had that, and, like, yeah, the weekly game mode just, we needed more things like, Rando's Revenge and stuff like that. I liked that game mode, and I feel like that is a game mode that would have worked a lot better in BFN than it would have in Garden Warfare 2. And just kind of maybe, because a lot of these things you can just do in private play. If I wanted to, I could just set up this weekly game mode in private play. It doesn't add anything unique to it. It doesn't give you a reason to go and play it other than to get rainbow stars. Like, there's just nothing unique about it. Like, this one was unique because you could only play as these 2 characters in it. The rest just weren't special at all. So if they make a game mode that is just more special, like Suburbanation Isolation, that was one of the better weekly game modes, because it was, you couldn't do it normally. It was just unique to that. It would give you a reason to play it. It added value. But then for this, it hasn't. So yeah, that is what I'll do. So yeah, that is the main things I would do if I owned BFN. Now, what you guys would do is probably a lot different, and leave it in the comments and I will see what you put. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time. Bye!